Hello, hello. Welcome to Super Soldier Talk. Okay, a little feedback there. Raw. Okay, so I had to switch the software to the free version of StreamYard, so I apologize that it doesn't look as nice with the logo there, but it is what it is. So we were having a lot of technical difficulties earlier for some reason. Raw, they did not want you to be speaking today.
Exactly.
You want to comment about that?
Well, the information that I'm going to be providing you guys today, um, they already know. And, when you want to do an interview with me, you got to be hardcore because they're going to come after you guys as far as trying to stop this interview. So I expected that.
Okay, Ross. So I actually have your bio here. For people who don't know who Raw Cloud is, he is a Navy Alliance super soldier. And I'm getting a little feedback, so let me just mute you again. Okay, today we're going to be diving into some mind-blowing intel shared by Raw Cloud. There's talk of a potential future conflict, one that could shake things up big time. According to the positive extraterrestrials, the negative forces are not going to back down easily. In fact, they might try to take Earth down with them. So don't panic. It's always better to be prepared. Just make sure you've got at least 2 months worth of food and water stocked up just in case. The Galactic Council is keeping a close eye on things, and they let us know if there's anything major updates that we're going to find out here on Super Soldier Talk. So Royal Cloud is a 7th density super soldier for the Navy Alliance. He was in Project Montauk, where he time traveled in the Psychic Super Soldier program. Raw Cloud is currently active in the secret space program on and off world, where he was regressed back to the age of 17. Raw Cloud attempted to go AWOL, and he was transported aboard a Tic Tac UFO and taken outside of Earth's atmosphere to a huge cloaked Navy docking station. He has done missions for the Galactic Council on Mars, rescuing brainwashed Nazi children. He's also a professional remote viewer, and I posted a link. Well, I guess I need to post. I will eventually post a link to your channel, Raw. So, anything else you want to add to that?
No, that's about it.
Great. So, go ahead and begin with the first intel drop.
Well, right now, you guys are getting a lot of information. It's kind of directed for the public to get a different narrative of what the black hat military want you guys to know about. Right now, there is many federation councils out there, and you guys are getting that there's drones, and you're seeing a lot of UFOs out there. Many different types of what we consider UFOs. A lot of these UFOs are starships that belong to many different councils out there. So what's going on is the black hats don't want you guys to know that the Elohim has returned. This is the intel that we are getting from the white hat side. Now, there's many factions within our Space Force, both positive and negative, that people really don't understand that there is a negative side to our Space Force, and then there's a positive side. So what is it in general that you want to go into?
Okay. So tell us a little bit about how you got this information and who was with your contact.
Well, I speak with many military officials. We meet up. I can't give that type of location where we go at, but we meet up and we talk to many federations out there. There is Elohims that the black hats have been monitoring for a long time here on the planet. Let me go into my notes real quick. Okay, so yeah, the Elohims are returning. What the elites are doing they're going to be talking and giving certain information, and some of this information will be correct because they have to, as far as disclosing certain information that have been hidden or misdirect for humanity, and that is the history of how mankind started. So Elon Musk is going to start talking about what's going on. Trump will start talking about certain things that's going on, and there's a lot of other people that's going to be coming out as far as in the military. Some will be coming from the Navy, some Air Force. There is some Army people also with intel that's going to be speaking to the public coming up. If it was up to them and not the Galactic Federation councils, they would just keep drop feeding what's going on to for humanity. Since the Elohims and many other galactic federations are now going directly to the people and bypassing the military and the government structure, they have to now because they're not waiting anymore. So that's the good thing. The negative thing is that all while this is going on, the dark military had made deals with this insectoid race. And this has everything to do with Project Bluebeam. Now, most of the drones that you're seeing are military drones. Some of these military drones are being deployed to throw mankind off, to give another story that is not going to be true. Most of these drones are going to be having holographic imagery. So you have to be careful of what you see because some of this is not going to be factual. The dark military had made deals with an insectoid race to come in along with Project Bluebeam and cause chaos. That was one timeline probability that I put out. That was the intel that when we was doing timeline jumps and watching the timelines, we were seeing all of these probabilities and going into them and seeing exactly what was going to happen in the near future. So that is still on the table. You would have to go to my channel, look at that intel from about a couple of months ago that I put out, and you'll see how that timeline is now trying to be played out. I really don't think that's going to happen now that these guys have showed up. For one, the drones that are being deployed, they are being downed by the federations. The federations can also to go into timeline probabilities and see what these guys have on the table and then counter it. And this is what's going on. A lot of the military drones have been dropping out of the sky, not by their own, but by these federations. The black hats want to paint that we're being invaded by a negative off planet race, and this is just not the case. What is going on is that the positive guys are showing up, and these elites are shitting in their pants. They don't know what to do. They're showing up over military bases, and they're just shutting them down. A lot of the army, what we're getting from the army is that these guys are going to have to evacuate soon.
So,
Our
Rob, could you be more specific? Who is going to have to evacuate?
talking about the black hat military, the federations know who's all involved. They have a list of people. They've been working and doing reconnaissance for quite some time now. They are excited to be here and to help out humanity. They're trying to liberate the planet. this is one of the things that we have been discussing from behind the scenes with these councils. In the beginning, they was not going to be doing so much, being so involved. But if they don't, then there could be a potential timeline where another 1,000 years of things not going so good for humanity, and this system is going to be shutting down. So that's one of the good thing is that the system, this matrix system, is going to be shutting down, uh, and humanity is going to have a break. Their consciousness is really expanding, and we're just doing a lot of good things. I've been on a lot of missions now, going to different planets, gathering intel and seeing how these reptilians, they're not just going in now and invading, they're going into a lot of these planets now and just dangling a carrot with technology and then trying to implement another pyramid scheme just like here on our planet Earth, um, where it's not going to benefit them, the people of that planet. So this is what I've been doing, lifetime after lifetime. I would go in, gather intel. I did the same thing back in the Hitler days. I was a U.S. intelligence officer. Back then, I was blonde hair, blue eyes, so it was easy for me and my team to infiltrate and gather intel.
Okay, Rob, thank you. So let's go back here. Now, these drones are flying over restricted airspace, so clearly they're um, uh, not from this world. Initially, it was believed that Project Bluebeam was activated. So what happened is what I think is uh, everything is about contracts with these different extraterrestrial races. So the current contract is to keep before it was to keep the public in the dark about the presence of extraterrestrial races. So when they activate the Cabal, what I believe happened with the Cabal activated Project Bluebeam, that was a contract to the Federation saying, "Oh, okay, now we can show ourselves because they're trying to show a fake UFO alien invasion, and now here, and that was up to them to start showing their craft. And now they. So, what do you think about that scenario?"
Yes, well, whether these elites were going to be doing that, it was just time for them to come in anyway. Um, Regardless, these federations, these positive federations, gave the bad guys a deadline. Um, they saw what was going on. They wanted to come in and help, and humanity as a whole, they have been waiting for humans to reach a certain conscience level that they can actually be able to have a dialogue with them. Um, we've gone a little bit beyond that. That's why they're here. They're trying to set the record straight. They're trying to bring humanity into a civilization where they can meet some of their ancestors. A lot of us have already been in past lives some of these ET races. You have Andromedans, you have Arcturians, you have Lyrans, you have Pleiadians, Mantis, and positive reptilians as well. And when we incarnate, they have a long lifespan. So when you begin to meet some of them, you're going to instantly get that energetic feel. You're going to know exactly. And once you feel their energy, you're going to instantly remember, like, that right there is a relative. This is my family right here. You're going to get that indication that I know this person on an energetic level. So they're here to help us in this human form
Okay, thank you, Ross. So let's continue on here. So what's the next phase? What do you think is going to happen with the, well, I guess in relation to the drones or overall?
Well, the Black Hat military is trying to come up with several strategies in how to deal with this, their own dilemma. They know that they lost control. Like I said, these ships are showing up over these military compounds, these military bases. They're scanning what they have. They can shut them down. There's really nothing that they can do at this point but go ahead and disclose. Their little ace in the up their sleeve is to keep communicating with the off-planet negative ET races to try and start this particular invasion, and then blame it on the Galactic Federation. They won't be able to enter Earth atmosphere with all of those starships out there. So that's not going to happen. Now, it was about a year ago. I was in the astral realm, and I saw this huge black ship, beautiful ship, and it belonged to the mantis beings. Um, so they were in what we call a rift. It's in between the astral realm and our realm, and it moves like a wave. So they're in between the astral realm and our realm. They're in between there in this huge black ship. So when they pop into the astral realm, I see them. They see me, and telepathically, they flash a red symbol at me. It was a red symbol, meaning that they were kind of like shocked and pissed that I was there to witness them coming out of this rift. So we had got word long ago that it could be the mantis beings that may come in and try to evade planet Earth, and that they may have some deals with these Illuminatis to come in and or the Cabal and come in and do this invasion type scenario. I'm getting now that that may be not the case. That there is another race that look like the beings from the Alien movie. They have like scorpion tails. They're jet black. They have scorpion tails, and they have cloaking ability. Um, that was one of the timeline probabilities that I went into, where I did this jump, and I went there and I was trying to help people in this apartment complex, fight these particular beings off. So those are the beings, not the mantis beings, but they are some type of insectoid beings that they have dealings with the cabal. And now I don't know if that contract is still on the table, but that was one of the probabilities. And this is like right around this time now that probability may end up playing out. It's the only card that they have on the table as of right now to helping them out, and then blaming the Federation for being the negative races. The negative forces have already invaded. You have the Orions and their hybrids here. You have the Dracos and their hybrids here, and they have been causing a lot of the chaos and problems here on Earth that have been plaguing the planet for a very long time. So let's talk about the Elohim, the giants. These giants are the ones that have been asleep for some time now. You guys thought all of the giants were dead. No, these giants are 14 to 16 feet tall. There are some that are about 10 feet tall. And these are the ones that are described back in the biblical days of Jesus. They have the original history. Very dark skin, hair like wool, and they are the original guardians of Gaia.
Would
They
that be
have been
Sasquatch?
mistaken for. Don't get them confused. Don't get these particular Elohims confused with the Anunnaki. The Anunnakis are the negative ones. You have the Anunnaki that came here later and corrupted the planet and put their seed alongside the angelic human line. So you have reptilian and along with the angelic races.
But Raw, is that Sasquatch? The Elohim.
The the Elohims?
Yeah, correct.
No, no. The Sasquatch um, would be something of a combination of the Elohim type of children, but evolved beyond what the Sasquatch look like now. Still telepathic, still have the capability to move in and out of dimensions. They too can time travel without technology. Um, just extraordinary individuals. But the Elohims are angelic. They are of the angelic line. Um, People have been getting them confused with the Anunnaki, and these other what we consider not the true Jews line. So they're going to be coming back, and these elites are going to have to come out with the truth about the history of Earth.
So would the Elohim be related to the Anunnaki? It's just the Elohim became the positive branch. The Anunnaki became negative.
They are the Anunnaki and the Elohim are one and the same. The Anunnaki stepped away from the God source genetic line and started creating things that will cause chaos. They inverted many things. They begin to feed off of negative energy. They wanted to become gods themselves, and they started feeding off a planet. So they can kill a planet very quickly with not just their technology, but just how they think in general.
Okay, Raw. So let's go on here to the next section here. So are we talking about Planet Nibiru returning? Is that what it'll be like, you think?
I didn't get intel on that. That may be coming later. Once humanity has this next stage in human evolution is going to take some time. Right now, they are cooperating with the human race. They're not dealing with the government structure. It's all corrupted. Now, like I said before in my video, you have white hats, you have patriots, you have good people within the government structure, but they get blocked on so many things. And there is infiltration. Okay. Now, I know about this infiltration because even in the bases that we protect, the guys that are part of my team, we had a mole. This particular individual was trying to steal a symbol, an ancient symbol that we had in our military base. And he was trained just like we were trained. He was a comrade, but he tried to steal ancient artifacts. So he did escape the military base. We did not catch him, not that time, and I don't have any more intel on that. But this type of stuff happens, you know. So, and it's the same thing with the federations. They also too have to watch humanity, and they also too have to watch their own people as well, you know, because things happen. So, but anyway, we're trying to, you know, wake up. We're not worried about the people that come to your channel. You know, these guys are woke. The people that come to my channel, they know. They know. I don't really hold back on information. If I get it, then it belongs to them. But we're trying to wake up the people that don't believe. This is why all of these ships are there. So the black hats are starting to deploy these drones to throw and keep people back asleep. What you have to understand is that there's an AI system. You guys know that there's a lot of Luciferians here, right? So the Luciferians are pretty much open. They will tell you, you know, that I'm a Luciferian. Some of these Luciferians are not bad people. They just make bad decisions based off of their mindset. Like Trump. I like Trump, but he is a Luciferian. He will tell you he's not a Christian. He's told people this, that, you know, he loved the Christian people, but he's not a Christian. He's Luciferian. His particular bloodline goes back to Atlantis. This is the Nordic and reptilian genetics combined. Those are the Atlanteans civilizations. And they don't like the cabal. They think the cabal are like low level Luciferians or devil worshippers. They don't like to be seen with these guys at all. They feel like they're more of a scientist-based upper class echelon, and the cabal are like, you know, into gangsters, dealers, just nasty, just all the nasty shit that you could think of. Excuse my French. That's what the cabal is. Very thirsty, bloodthirsty. Trump will never sacrifice a child. These particular Luciferians, they're not into that. They're into the Atlantean type style. They're into that scientific type of power. They are hungry for power, but they are not like the cabal. They're not like Hollywood. With that, you know.
Let me explain. So Luciferian, they believe that Lucifer wanted all of creation to be like God, but God wanted to have it be separate. So Lucifer split off from and created their own. So God sanctioned or restricted Lucifer to this planet, where so Lucifer. Hold on, guys. I'm getting feedback. Lucifer, according to JSX, was the archangel that protects the portal from the negative astral hell realms. Where so Lucifer is not negative per se, because he just has a job to protect that realm. And so whereas a Satanist believes in their pure ego is in charge and they can do as that will, like Aleister Crowley stated. So they believe that a lot of Satanists believe that they're good people because they're doing what that wills, and so yeah. So that's what I think. Anyway, I see you shaking your head. Agreeing with me. So what do you say?
Absolutely, you're absolutely correct. The one thing that the Luciferians, like the downfall of the Luciferians, that their egos get way ahead of them. Their thirst for power. They don't want anyone else around them but Luciferians. They're not into any other race, whether it be white, black, um, Latino, Chinese, and I've been in many lives Caucasian. But if you're not a particular, they want their reptilian and their Nordic combined. They don't want, if you don't have that, they don't want you. So that's how it is with them. And a lot of them won't speak on that. So that's a little, information. A lot of them are, what happened was long ago before they became Luciferians, the Dracos wanted Pleiadian DNA. And they got a lot of the Pleiadians and started hybridizing them. That kickstarted the Luciferians. That's where the Luciferians come from. Blonde hair, blue eyes. They needed a specific race that can blend in with the angelic human line. So they needed long ago. They needed Pleiadian, because Pleiadian was upright. They are from the angelic human line, just like the Lyrans, to infiltrate all human lines. And they did. They infiltrated every single one of them.
Okay, Rob, let's go on here to the next step. So we have, maybe you can explain so you're saying that the insectoid invasion is not going to happen now.
Well, these federations, like I said, they can also too look down the timelines, just like the white hats and these Illuminatis that had a looking glass. They're here not just only to let mankind know that they're not alone, but they're here to make sure that they don't fall into this last trap where they're giving their whole free will away and going into a global one government. So they're trying to keep everything free and give later, once these, I don't want to call them sheeps, I'm trying to be as nice as I can, but people that are still asleep, people that don't go to your channel, go to my channel, or go to any other channel and get legitimate information on what's going on. These are the people that play victim and don't take their own growth, their conscious growth, into their own hands, because we are responsible for waking ourselves up. These are the ones that want to play victim. So, and they're leaving no stone unturned. So when these ones that don't believe have to believe, and that's why they're really here.
So we know about last year we had the Bayside Mall alien event where an alien popped through a portal and started levitating around. They said it wasn't really walking, it was floating around. And then a bunch of police all showed up, and then there was footage from across the street of this giant that they were cornering. Do you remember that, Raw?
Mm-hmm.
So I heard from, hold on a second, getting feedback. I heard that there were some teenage children there, and one of them had like this VHS looking device player, a VHS player, and hopefully I know you probably know what it is, but some people here may not know what that is. So they turned it on, and the portal opened up. So they were saying like these kids are like some super soldiers from some underground dump in Texas that came up in a reading. So I don't know if that's the case, but that these aliens were like surprised because people could see them, and normally people don't see them. So do you think that's all part of the whole disclosure thing that's coming up? Are we going to see more like that? What are your thoughts on that?
I don't have all the details on that particular incident. I do know that there are some gifted people that are using their own means to create technology that break into certain frequencies, and beings on the other side. They're around us all the time, but the barrier between frequency is the only thing that's keeping us from, seeing each other, touching each other. So I do believe a lot more of these beings are going to be popping in because the veil is coming down. We don't vibrate like we did back in third density. You guys are fully in fourth density right now and rising. And with these other federations here, you're going to keep rising. I mean, I want to say within the next 20 years, we could be in fifth density.
Yeah, so we had Colin come on here, and he said that we will be fully fifth density around 2032. In 2035, we'll have Tartaria return to our planet. And let's see here, we've got going to the future. Around 2055, the Federation will make the announcement that they want to pull out of our sector because they want us super soldiers, us at SSPS, or just anybody who wants to defend planet Earth will be allowed to train. And eventually around 2075, the Federation will be pulling out, and we'll have to defend our own planet. So we won't be babysitted. But anyway, that's a long time. And then it goes, I can go, from around 2100, there's going to be a war with the Draco, and the Kili Tokert are going to have, gosh, I'm getting feedback. Kili Tokert have a technology that allows to create pocket realities. So once they're mostly, they're like a gray, not, I'm just going to use the word gray, but more like a 50% positive and 50% negative. So they're like, and once they turn positive in the future, they will provide technology to the Alliance, and we will put those Dracos into a pocket reality and take care of them once and for all. So anyway, long-term plan. I know you've heard
Yeah. Well, we're trying to. I don't mind what Trump is trying to do. These guys, these particular management is they're trying to rebuild Atlantis, and hopefully it's for all of humanity. The one thing that I didn't like when I saw these plans is that before the Federation showed up, and this was actually right back after I got from your conference, your talk. Well, a week later, I started doing these time jumps, and something just wasn't adding up. So I was doing multiple jumps into the future, and that's when I saw, all of this technology, and I saw that we were going to be helping them rebuild Atlantis. This is what these particular Luciferians, the upper class Luciferians, they wanted Atlantis. They were going to give us, they were going to take down the cabal as they're doing, taking down the cabal. The cabal is pretty much finished. Take down the cabal, bring you guys new technology, get rid of big pharma, have some dealings with big tech, but the technology that they had been holding on was going to be released to the public. But they didn't take depopulation. Once I jump further down, they never took depopulation off the table. So their plan were to create this management team to get rid of the cabal, bring us into a place of peace and happiness, to help them build Atlantis, this new Atlantis, nothing like how it was back in the day, but this new Atlantis where technology is everywhere. But they didn't take depopulation off the table. So I had a problem with that. Now that the federations are here, maybe that is going to change.
Because it wasn't it. Hold on. Al Bielek, he stated that when he went into the future, he said around the year 2000, suddenly all the women became infertile, and then the population dropped like 99%. And then, of course, Jimmy Payne said when he went to the future, there was the United States broke apart because of social unrest over the immigration issue, and also the dollar collapsed. So what was left was a bunch of rogue states that wanted to get hold of this nuclear stockpile, and then the Chinese invaded, and then there was a bunch of nuclear war. Yeah, wasn't good. So yeah, and then we have, of course, Raw. You discussed about a zombie apocalypse timeline too. So yeah, the multiverse has got many options for us.
There was a lot. And like I said, these biolabs, man, and see, that's one of the things too. You were speaking of, I didn't know you until last year, maybe about a year and a half. But I did know that you guys were already speaking about these labs. And a lot of the information that you guys were providing was true. I did see what they call an umbrella. You have all of these companies, these biolabs under this umbrella. Let's just call it a net. And because they network, we know about Morgellons, how this ET technology goes in and rewires your genetics a little bit. You literally have wires coming out of you. You know anything about the Morgellons?
Yeah, so they say it's really difficult to get rid of.
It is because your immune system. The one thing that these particular negative ET races can't get around is our immune system. So once you start seeing these wires pop out, it's because your immune system is kicking it out. Your immune system is like your first defense. So once you eat high vibrational food, not only does it protect the body, once you start thinking in a high vibrational manner, like loving, being caring towards others, your auric field vibrates very fast. So that's another defense that we have on all of these levels. Mind, body, and soul is protected. So once this Morgellons, what they think is a disease, is actually a bioweapon designed to go in and pretty much you become like transhumanism. You become pretty much a android if it can get to that stage. But most of them, they fail after a while. You get rid of it. It takes a long time to get rid of it. Just if you do ever get one of those, they're bots. They're small bots that go in and rewire your genetics, and they use a type of RNA. I don't know if I could say that without YouTube trying to flag you. So is that
Yeah.
okay to say?
I mean, as long as yeah. I mean, don't even want to even comment. Just keep going. Continue here.
Okay. Well, yeah, and that's what it is. They have used so much against humanity and have failed because they underestimate humanity. I think humans underestimate themselves. You guys are very powerful spiritually, and give your body a little bit more credit and put the food that really helps you maintain a healthy immune system. Because when they spray them chemtrails, there's a lot of things that's in it that will definitely harm the body.
Okay, Rob. So let's go on here. What are some of the signs or markers that we'll be seeing over the next year, you think?
I think as long as these these federations, these councils are here, and I think they are going to be here. I think they have a mission. Um, we just need to wake up, help them, help us, and we're going to be okay. I don't think humanity is going to be in no major threat as of right now. I think their goal is to um, what they want later is for us to go into a fair trade. They want to bring us up just like their civilization and liberate the planet and allow humans to think for themselves without a government structure, without this pyramid scheme we call a government structure holding you back.
Well, do you think we'll see a Nasara scenario, or perhaps we'll have maybe the crypto will go to the moon and everybody, all the light workers that bought into it? Yeah. How do you think we'll be set into the next golden age?
I think humans need to once this structure is broken, once you humans have all the information of truth, once everything comes out, we need to form some type of council, give the power back to the people. This division of red and blue, it has to go away. They want to see humans united and working together. This isn't about any color. They have all types of races out there that work side by side. It was the Illuminati's and the Cabal plan to have us divided, have us giving our consent away, voting for a reptilian line to have to rule over us.
Okay, Raw. So the next step is we'll see the Washington D.C. Mothballed, maybe converted
Say
into
that again, James.
will Washington D.C. be mothballed and converted into a swamp or a museum?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Not unless the Orions and the Dracos team up and then try to intervene. And this could happen. You know, that could be a potential thing right now. I think the federations, these positive ones, as of right now, they are just wanting mankind to see the lies that the government structure has been telling them. You know, holding humanity evolution back. and not giving you guys what your tax money has been paying for. What I can say is, and I've said this before, if you guys have been given blood, um, you know how like you go to your doctor and they ask, to draw blood, and then they give you a doctor bill on your way out, which is silly. Just a tube of blood to them is what they barter with. That's your genetics. That is extremely valuable. You're talking about, let's just say this. I will say this. Once everything's out on the table, and if you wanted to give a tube of blood to a positive ET race out there, and they ask you, what is it that you want? And you say, well, give me a diamond the size of my head. They will go get you that diamond the size of your head, because that diamond does not mean a damn thing to them. But if it means something to you, they will get that for you. That is fair trade. Do you not know your government structure has been doing this the whole time? With your blood, with your plasma, bartering with other ET races out there. The Federation know all about this. This stuff is going to come out. Once this stuff come out, people are going to be pissed to see that they have been struggling this whole time when they are extremely rich.
My clone alter on the moon, James Ring, I reached out, telepathically communicated, and when I first made contact, he was extremely angry at me, and I was like, well, why? And he said that he was told that I donated my blood or my DNA to the project so I could live a lifestyle of luxury here on planet Earth. And I was like, what? That they never paid us. It's all the whole secret space program. They all lied to each other. And yeah, and then we have Renetta. She said that don't ever become an organ donor because that will give food to the reptilians. What do you think about any of that, Raw?
Exactly. I remember this was years ago. I went in the etheric form to a base in China. They had this base. This is where when China was infiltrating the election, they were doing a lot of things, hacking. And I went to this base, and they couldn't see me, but I was there. It was an advanced form of remote viewing. This is what remote viewers want to do. Not all remote viewers can leave their body and be there in the etheric form. It's better. I like doing it that way because I take in all of that information instead of just projecting my consciousness out there and viewing. So when I get there, this was maybe about 6 years ago. This guy named Kim, and this was China. This wasn't South Korea or North Korea, whatever that guy is over there. This was China, and he was running. He had major equipment in this base, and it was connected to all type of hacking, just all kinds of stuff. And these guys that he had there, they were like tech guys. They were extremely smart at what they do, and they can hack. So 3 of them was not pulling their weight. And he walked around with this sword. He had these guys side by side, and I'm viewing this. I'm right there, seeing this, and he had this sword, intimidating these guys. Now he has, when I telepathically linked with him, he had beheaded many people before that was not doing their job, and these guys were there, held there against their will. So once I gathered that information, I saw two prostitutes in this base. So I went from there, from viewing them to viewing these prostitutes, these two Caucasian females. Now, Chinese people like the Caucasian females, they love them. So these two Caucasian females are walking down the hallway, and I'm seeing all of this setup there too, like the setup down the hallway is for organ harvesting. So this one prostitute, she said, like nonchalant, like, "Oh yeah, I forgot, I have to give up one of my kidneys." This is what she said, like it was nothing. Like that was the thing to do. Like, and it just blew my mind of all of this deception going on in this base. It was a mountain, but it was a base, and it had high tech equipment in there, like major money equipment in there.
Because usually when the Alliance invades one of these underground dumps, the first thing they go for is the trip chair because it has about $20 million worth of gold and silver in it. And of course, Raul, I mean, you think they would have a med bed. They wouldn't have to take someone's liver or kidney.
Yeah, of course. And it's the same thing with, they do a lot of gallbladder surgeries. And I myself had to learn the hard way when I was under spiritual attack. So fear will make you do certain things. And people that have gallbladder surgeries, 9 times out of 10, really don't have to have that if they just change up their diet and start eating correctly. This will help move out anything parasitic within the body. And so I really feel like the medical field is doing a lot of things that would feed, like you said, the reptilians. They see certain organs that we have as a delicacy.
Okay, let's go back to our topic. Now, in the description earlier, I discussed the need for food, 2 months supply of food and water. Are we going to see troops on the ground, an EMP where the power grid goes out? What do you think is going to happen, Rob?
I would really get prepared now, just in case, because I really don't see you. Like I said, you have an AI system that have been running planet Earth, and this is the same system that Lucifer. This particular AI system did not originate here. It originated on the planet Saturn. Now, Saturn is the planet that wants to put rings around all of the planets and rule them all, just like how this story of Lord of the Rings, the one ring to rule them all. It's the same scenario, and this particular AI system is so advanced that a lot of times you're not going to know that you already been hacked. Okay. So what I can say is, if we end up going to war with the bad ones, then yeah, I would definitely go ahead and be prepared. Stock up on water, uh, essential things that you may need for your family.
Okay, Rob, is there any other messages you wanted to share from the Alliance?
As of right now, no. Just keep your eyes open, stay focused, and don't believe everything you hear from the news media until we get some things under control. I will keep you, posted.
Very good.
Definitely go to my channel. Definitely go to my channel and get this other information, though.
So I put the link to your Rumble channel there because did YouTube purge you?
No,
Okay, because I know that they were really close, and
they were trying, but I got some friends in the Pentagon that helped out with that.
yeah, good. I'm so tempted to say so much more, but because we're going to YouTube, there's probably someone there watching this. So we say hello, but yeah, make sure you make the right decisions. Okay. Let's go to some questions from the audience. We have Abrel is asking, before inauguration possibility, EBS? Do you think we'll see EBS soon?
Say that again, James. I can barely hear you.
Will we see the EBS soon? The emergency broadcasting system.
That's a good question. If we do, I would be very concerned of who's really broadcasting that. If it's coming from the government structure as of right now, it could be there to put you in fear base. I would not be, if they broadcast that, then please do not go into fear base because, like I said, you guys are fully protected by the Federation, and they are not going to take any blame for how this government structure may want to proceed in, keeping you guys under this prison system. So they will shut the government system down if need be, and stop any threats that they may try to place upon humanity.
Very good. So what do you think will happen to YouTube in the future?
It's going to change. Now this I know for a fact. It's going to change.
So I've taken screenshots of every video they deleted. I think I'm at 14 now. So are we going to get compensated, or even if you had your channel removed and
That's going to, I talked about that a couple of months ago, James, that a lot of the people, and this is going to be white hats, once we get, because right now we're so focused on everything else, we're still watching the people. We're making some very positive strides. So people are concerned about the channels that have been deleted. They can, just like Journey to Truth, re-upload their channel. They lost some money behind that, so the white hats do want to make sure that you guys do get your money back from what has happened, and there will be. This will happen. This will happen. I'm pretty confident that that's going to happen.
So I was told years ago, Nancy, that YouTube will be bought out by a rich billionaire, not Elon Musk, and it will be renamed and repurposed. And the people at the top, in this particular message, it wasn't YouTube specifically, but the people at the top that were suppressing the January 6ers will instead be pursued, and they will be going to Gitmo, and many of them are going to be losing their lives. The politicians that were falsely, some of those people are still in prison. That were on January 6th.
Yeah. There's a lot of people in prison. I don't have a list, but they supposed to be part of the cabal. And I will say this, I will release this information to you. We have a lot of shapeshifters here on the planet. And these particular people have they go to a specific island prison. This is, I'm not going to say who run that, but there are some good guys that run that within the government. You guys will call these other people that are locked up negative mutants with extraordinary gifts, and they have to be contained in high technology cages because they can phase in and they can phase out very quickly.
Okay.
We have prison systems too for aquatic beings as well. Um, I haven't talked about that. There's a lot of what you guys will call crypto beings that do exist that are in prison as well. They are not from this dimension, but they pop in. If we don't imprison them, they can cause a lot of problems because they pop in and pop out.
So I don't know if I ever did put this presentation out, but I was in the Pacific Northwest recently, and I was sitting out there in the woods trying to communicate to the Sasquatch. And my friend Lauren was with me at the time, and she was a seer, or is a seer, and she said that the Sasquatch initially were protectors of the humanity, and more specifically the Native Americans, and they would prevent the other negative extraterrestrial races from abducting the native folks, and in return, the Native Americans protected the Sasquatch. So what happened is the cabal captured some of the Sasquatch people and tortured and traumatized them, and so now the Sasquatch are forced to put a report. If they make any contact with humans, they're supposed to put a report and report in, and they're not allowed to talk to humanity. So I was up there trying to was talking to the elder, and the elder, they were just very concerned because if humanity gets taken over by the negative extraterrestrials, that means that then they won't be able to go out there in the forest because the forest will be gone if we have some nuclear war or something. Anyway, okay. Sorry, Rob, I'm just jumping around here.
Did I ever tell you about the time I entered the mind of a Sasquatch?
Tell us.
Yeah, this was a couple of years ago too. It was somewhere up there in the mountains. I didn't know at first why I was there. I was traveling consciously. I ended up going into this resort store. I see this parking lot. I'm seeing this cabin. I'm seeing snow. I'm seeing the hills, and so I go into this resort store, and I'm just looking around, and I'm seeing a few people. This one particular couple that they're in there shoplifting. So I never mind that. I end up leaving out of that store and going directly up into the mountain where I see the Sasquatch. So I enter the Sasquatch mind. So I'm in his body and I'm seeing and feeling what he's seeing and feeling. So this particular Sasquatch, he was curious about the human population. Now he was looking at the same store that I just left out, looking down the hill into this empty what the parking lot had cars, had a few people outside, and he was just curious. So shortly later, I'm hearing helicopters. Now I'm in the mind of this Sasquatch, and I'm hearing choppers coming in. So I'm looking up. As this Sasquatch, I'm looking up and I'm seeing military choppers. And the Sasquatch started freaking out. He's on this slippery slope, and nowhere to really run, because if he make one false move, he's going down that slope in a bad way. So these military guys are coming down the rope because they can't land the chopper. At where this Sasquatch is, the only way to get to him is to drop a rope and then pull him up. Now, this Sasquatch did not want to go at first. He was trying to see his way off the cliff, but had nowhere to go. So he just gave up and reached his hand up, and this military guy, they all pulled him up, took him back to the military base. And it was like he's done this before. What it is, the Sasquatch are tagged. They all have what we consider like implants. You know how like we tag a buffalo, and if it roam out its place, they know where to track it. So the military have a lot of these Sasquatch tagged, and they are not really supposed to go out of their own resort. And when they do, the military show up. So any Sasquatch that's going to venture out close to human population, they show up and they will pick them up. So anyway, the Sasquatch is at the military base. Nobody afraid of the Sasquatch. The Sasquatch see a military guy wounded, and he just instantly healed it. Just with his hand being over the wound, he just healed it quickly. So they do have that particular capability.
Wow. Thank you, Raw. Okay, we're going to wrap it up soon. I did want to go a few more questions. So let's see here. We have Nancy, you actually asked a really good question earlier about Greenland. Why is it so important, Raw? What do you think? Of course, not just Greenland, the Panama Canal, and also Canada, right? What are your thoughts?
What was that again?
Well, Trump wants to bring Greenland in as part of the United States, and as well as Canada, make that a state, and make the Panama Canal, maybe make Panama a state. What are your thoughts on that? Or at least get all of the Panama Canal.
Well, I really don't have any direct thoughts on that. I would ask him to, speak to humanity, about, what I can say about Canada. This guy, I really don't like that guy, the president over there, whatever he is. He's not a good guy. He's a part of the cabal. So I think if Trump is trying to do something like that, then that probably would make a good move so that he can control that particular guy.
So Daryl James mentioned that in the future, the beings that he's in, Palladians or Nordics, I think we're Palladians, told him that Mexico, the United States will be annexing Mexico all the way down to Coatls, I think I'm saying that right. It's where there's like this little lip where Mexico comes together, and there's an area there where the border is only 100 miles long, and that will be ultimately. And then Canada will also be joining in with the U.S., so if it's even called that in the future. And then Alaska is going back to Russia, and it's very likely maybe the whole thing with the Panama Canal is because Jimmy Payne has discussed a timeline where the United States falls apart and the Chinese invade. So maybe getting a hold of these assets now will help protect. I'm going to say assets. I don't want to refer to Canada as an asset, but maybe yeah. Anyway, but so ultimately, I think in the future. Okay. I'm sorry, Rod. You have a go ahead.
I think that would be a smart move of Trump if he pick up Canada. They have a lot of natural resources there, a lot of ground. I think that would probably be a better move for him. I can't hear you, James.
Oh gosh, yeah, you should say something. Sorry about that. I'm just here mumbling to myself. Yeah, someone was saying Greenland was the world's largest island and very rich in resources. Beautiful climate. Maybe, the hole to the polar entrances is due north of Greenland. I think it's out there like maybe 150 miles, maybe raw. So maybe that's the thing, to establish a base on the northern side of Greenland, so we can.
I still would say Canada, because there is something under there that he would probably take interest to.
Okay. All right. Wow. I just want to thank all the listeners for joining us. It was a little bit, we had to change the schedule around. Obviously, I couldn't use my regular software. StreamYards wanted $428 to get my account restarted. So I said, no, we're just doing the free version. That's why you got the little ad thing over there. But everybody, I want to wish you all happy holidays wherever you are as we go into the new year, 2025. So we've got a lot more work to do. I was always told years ago, 2025 is the year we'll start getting our money. Not just it won't. I don't think we're going to see like a huge windfall like Nasara right off the start. It sounded like it was going to start slowly, and they're going to figure out who is capable of handling this money, and obviously not trying to steal it. Instead, if you're like a cabal agent and get your hands on a bunch of dinars, they're not just going to hand you a bunch of money. So it's going to be a slow process to rebuild us. And then I mentioned in the last video that Peter Insider stated that free energy and a bunch of these suppressed technologies are supposed to come out in Trump's second term, the second half of his second term. So, and that was back in 2017, when he lost in 2020, we're like, well, maybe that wasn't right, but now here he is again. So, all right. Wolf Dragon says, thank you, James Raw Cloud. You guys are awesome. I'm with you all the way. Have a great New Year's celebration. Raw Cloud, do you have any other final messages?
Not at all. Wolf Dragon is, I consider him one of my allies, my brothers. So I'm glad you could make it, Wolf Dragon.
All right. Goodbye, everyone, and stay put. Don't go anywhere. I've got another one of these Christmas messages to share with everybody. See you later. Oh, sorry about that.
Hi, everyone. This is Christy Campbell, and I would like to wish everyone in Super Soldier Talk a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Well, I would say with this drone buzz that's going on, I'm thinking disclosure is coming pretty soon. That's what, hopefully. If not, I've got other plans. Yeah, Super Soldier Talk has been a staple of our community for more than a decade. And James has worked tirelessly to bring the truth to the masses. So kudos to Super Soldier Talk and James Rink.
Stephen D. Kelly here. I want to wish a special Christmas greetings to James Rink and the Super Soldier community on behalf of myself and the Occupy the Getty movement. Also, congratulations on 5 years of the Super Soldier Talk. All right. Happy New Year.
Yeah. Hi, James. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I hope you had a Merry Christmas. It will be a Happy New Year. And what I think will happen in the new year is that we have to have the RV at some point, which releases all the advanced technologies, which will be distributed worldwide for free by us, by IUC. And then after about 3-4 months, when all the satanic folks are gone, there'll be mass landings of aliens, and they will distribute replicators to the whole world. And there will be an extreme change in human culture inside of 6 months from now, somewhere along the line, very shortly.
Namaste. This is Yana Prakash. Others call me Marcus. I'm one of the speakers for James Ring at his Super Soldier Activation Conference in October 2025. We are in a pivotal time in transition for our planet and throughout creation. The divine plan is moving into the next stage of our planet and beyond. Our ascension is moving forward into the next stage of our planet's planetary development. Each of us can make a more conscious inner growth effort to be more supportive to not only our own growth, our loved ones, our family, the society, and our countries and planets. The more that we do it within ourselves, work together as a greater part of the collective, we need to move past the separation and division and work with true unity and oneness as a planet. We are all representatives of our planet. We need to stop all forms of division and separation and truly be divinely self-empowered through the divinity within. Namaste.
Hi, James, and everybody out there. I would like to thank you for all the research you've been doing over the years. I especially liked your video, "A Change is on the Horizon," even though it's a tiny bit outdated, but it's got a great history of how of Saint Germain, actually, and of how the Illuminati got kind of hijacked everything. And I want to thank you for your book, which is like full of information, and it's obviously got a lot of research, and it's also pretty freaky, and I can't handle all of it at once. And for 2025, I think we're going to have a little bit of ascension going on, maybe the beginning. And happy Christmas to everybody. And remember, he knows where you've been sleeping. Bye-bye.
Hello from Eric the Healer. I'm calling today as I'm doing a video today about being recognized as Captain Mudra from the Indian Space Command. I work with James Rink, Super Soldier Talk, and James Rink I've known since for almost a decade. He's a really great guy. We are into the same. We have the same passion of what's really happening and who are these space soldiers. I've been really lucky doing many conferences and meeting Captain K, Randy Kramer, and all these other super soldiers, and doing Super Soldier Talk with James Rink and working with them at different conferences. He's a really great guy. He's into the sovereign national movement also about our real rights and how we can he knows about the Stamp Act and the Bill of Exchange Act and how we're the money. And he's really a great guy. I've worked with him for a long time, and I look forward to helping him. It's funny when I call him, he'll put me, I think I'm just calling to talk, and next thing I know, I'm on a show, or I'll call him and he'll bring me in to something he's already doing. And I don't mind doing things impromptu. I'm happy to do this video just talking about what a great guy he is and how I really love working with him. It's always exciting to have him at our shows, and I always appreciate these super soldiers showing up too, because there's something to this. When everybody recognize each other, or a lot of people recognize each other, and they talk about the same things and seeing the same things out in space. And, you know, there's something to it. So I think that this is the final countdown, and that we're about to meet our star knowledge, you know, our star family. We worked at Star Knowledge together too, I think. But star family, we're about to meet our alien, you know, we're made up of 24 different aliens, I think. And I don't think God made human, but God made the people that made the humans, you know. But our soul is, you know, part of the all light and God. You know, we're all part of God. And we're about to find out all these things, I think, in the upcoming disclosures about our true nature of reality and this matrix we live in, and that space is really plasma, and that really, you know, we're in a flat plane that goes out with ice wall. Beyond the ice wall is where Mars is, and, you know, Asgard and Merlin, and, you know, we're about to find out a lot of things. A lot of people going through Antarctica now, a lot of Antarctic videos, you know, disclosures coming. We have free energy. We're the money. We're going to be working on humanitarian projects. We have BRICS, NASARA, JASARA. We're in for a great, you know, free energy, 6,000 patents being released, med beds. James Rink did a great video on med beds. He really studies well and is a good videographer and a great researcher. And I'm very happy to have him as my friend and look forward to working with him in the future. So, you know, I hope this video finds you well, and don't be worried. We're coming into a new great beginning, a new beginning that we'll all be working on humanitarian projects. Thank you for watching the video this far, and congratulations, we're here. The golden age is here.
On the first day of Christmas, the universe gave to me a really bright streak of light. On the second day of Christmas, the universe gave to me 2 UFOs and a really bright streak of light. On the third day of Christmas, the universe gave to me 3 scoop marks, 2 UFOs, and a really bright streak of light. On the fourth day of Christmas, the universe gave to me 4 neo cubes, 3 scoop marks, 2 UFOs, and a really bright streak of light. On the fifth day of Christmas, the universe gave to me 5 aliens, 4 neo cubes, 3 scoop marks, 2 UFOs, and a really bright streak of light. On the sixth day of Christmas, the universe gave to me 6 preppers prepping, 5 aliens, 4 neo cubes, 3 scoop marks, 2 UFOs, and a really bright streak of light. On the seventh day of Christmas, the universe gave to me 7 angels praying, 6 preppers prepping, 5 aliens, 4 neo cubes, 3 scoop marks, 2 UFOs, and a really bright streak of light. On the 8th day of Christmas, the universe gave to me 8 super soldiers talking, 7 angels praying, 6 preppers prepping, 5 aliens, 4 neo cubes, 3 scoop marks, 2 UFOs, and a really bright streak of light. On the 9th day of Christmas, the universe gave to me 9 psychics spying, 8 super soldiers talking, 7 angels praying, 6 preppers prepping, 5 aliens, 4 neo cubes, 3 scoop marks, 2 UFOs, and a really bright streak of light. On On the 10th day of Christmas, the universe gave to me 10 plates a shifting, 9 psychics spying, 8 super soldiers talking, 7 angels praying, 6 preppers prepping, 5 aliens, 4 neo cubes, 3 scoop marks, 2 UFOs, and a really bright streak of light. On the 11th day of Christmas, the universe gave to me 11 ascension symptoms, 10 plates a shifting, 9 psychics spying, 8 super soldiers talking, 7 angels praying, 6 preppers prepping, 5 aliens, 4 neo cubes, 3 scoop marks, 2 UFOs, and a really bright streak of light. On the 12th day of Christmas, the universe gave to me 12 portals opening, 11 ascension symptoms, 10 plates a shifting, 9 psychics spying, 8 super soldiers talking, 7 angels praying, 6 preppers prepping, 5 aliens, 4 neo cubes, 3 scoop marks, 2 UFOs, and a really bright streak of light.
Goodbye, everyone. I love you all. We'll see you in the new year.